Hi, my name is Patricia, and I'm here to talk about Paul Fleischman's book, Seedfolks. Seedfolks describes the genesis of a community, starting with one young Vietnamese girl's dream of somehow connecting with her father she never knew. The spark of life for the Ohio community begins as a tiny lima bean seed, 6 to be exact. But nosy neighbor Anna has grown too cynical in her long years to believe that a young girl scratching at the dirt in a vacant lot in the wee hours of the morning can really be that innocent. Only when she tears the fragile seeds from their earthen homes does she realize Kim's true innocent intentions. And so it goes. Once Kim's beans take root, unprecedented in the freezing early spring weather, more and more neighbors start to see the vacant lot as something far removed from a communal dumping ground. Each character brings the seeds of their lives, their stories, encapsulated in a neat chapter. Each character tells their story from their perspective. Each one describes the garden from their background and brings to light their particular cultural heritage and point of view. Leona, for example, had a grandma that never trusted the diagnosis of the doctors who predictably foretold her demise. Instead, her grandma relied on the traditional medicines of good old goldenrod tea to keep her going. She outlived all her doctors. Leona, for her part, wants to plant some goldenrod in the garden. Then there's Gonzalo, a farmer in Mexico reduced to the status of a child when faced with the obstacle of communication in a foreign language and a foreign land. But it doesn't take English to commune with the land. Gonzalo, once heartbroken and reduced to only communicating with his immediate family, is able to interact with his neighbors through the garden. Without words, he helps build the vacant lot into something wonderful. And then Amir. He comes from India, and he's no stranger to huge cities and large populations. But at least there, he says, you know your neighbors. To him, it seems the goal of every American is to remain individual and to avoid contact with others. So he plants a garden of the most interesting things: oddly shaped eggplants, onions, carrots, and huge cauliflower. It gets the neighbors talking, asking him questions, and breaking down barriers. Ultimately, that is the theme of Paul Fleischman's novel. He presents the audience with a story of community, coming together despite of, or perhaps because of, their diverse backgrounds. This novel is certainly a quick read, at only 69 pages. However, its brevity does not mean it's short on content. Rather, its length lends itself well for use in class. One possible project is to assign a character and their chapter to a small group or to an individual, and have the novel read all at once, doing a character study. Students in their groups then report about their character and describe their character's cultural background, life history, and what they bring to the garden. There are many ways to use this novel in the classroom. If used carefully, it could be adapted to suit grades 3 through 8. All readers will enjoy the way in which Paul Fleischman builds a community garden by planting the seeds of individuals, one by one. Pick up this book today and plant yourself down for a good read.